If your boss is a serious person, you have to be a scumbag. Please subscribe. Chapter 91. Relaxing in the bar. Chen Dong explained some details and rules to Lu Dinggang clearly, and made another meal of pie before driving to the villa. Xia Shuihan was studying seriously in the study room. When she heard the door open, a warm smile quickly bloomed on her pretty face, and her two shallow dimples looked slightly cute. He stood up directly, trotted into Chen Dong's arms, rubbed his head against his broad chest, hugged him with great attachment, closed his eyes, and took a few deep breaths of enjoyment. "Brother Dongzi, you smell so good. You smell better." Chen Dong hugged Xia Shuihan's soft body tightly, and the faint fragrance filled his heart. "Really? Why can't I smell it?" Xia Shuihan smelled on herself curiously. "You don't need to smell it, I can smell it." Chen Dong picked up the beautiful lady and walked to the bedroom. At 8 o'clock in the evening, I sent Xia Shuihan back to Shuxiang Mansion, and then drove back to Shengyuan Real Estate. With the development of the economy, the social division of labor has become more and more refined. Professional real estate companies like Shengyuan Real Estate do not have construction teams. This time they hired Nanjiao, which also saved the company a lot of management costs. As a result, communication and supervision between the real estate company and the construction unit have become a very important task, and this is also the task that Hu Wei worries about the most. Considering that the two of them were going to have a few drinks at the bar in the evening, they specially asked Xiao Lu to drive Chen Dong's Big G, while Xiao Zhao followed behind in a Rolls-Royce. There are 4 largest bars in Jinghai. This time Chen Dong's target is the one on the roadside. Chen Dong couldn't help but think of several industries that Wu Yue had recommended to him before. One of them was a bar. However, after inspection, Chen Dong had no idea about other small bars. The only one he wanted to acquire was this one. But the business of this chain bar is very good. You don't need to think about it to know that people are not willing to transfer it. As for the stone gambling, jade, and antique industries, Chen Dong is a complete layman and has not learned about it during this time. But judging from Wu Youwei's brief introduction, the capital flow should be very large. Chen Dong planned to get to know this industry well when he got some free time, but he couldn't set up a small shop to try it out first. "Dongzi, has Li Xiaoyu been looking for you recently?" Hu Wei asked a little embarrassed. He didn't expect that the woman he had been pursuing for 4 years would end up in such trouble as soon as they got together. It's true that life is like a drama, it all depends on acting skills. You sent me several messages, but I didn't reply. It's not convenient for me to get involved in your affairs. Chen Dong patted his brother and asked him to help him chase Li Xiaoyu. After all, Chen Dong had long been unhappy with the tea master. Today's ending was something he was happy to see. "Well, I'm causing you trouble. If I had known she was this kind of person, I shouldn't have slept with her in the first place." Hu Wei was obviously a little impatient. "What else do we brothers have to be polite about?" Chen Dong hugged Hu Wei and smiled. "There is a saying that goes well, what you can't get is always in turmoil. Now you will find out after you get it, that's all." Haha, it's so true. Hu Wei thought about this period of time, and he would rather not have this relationship. "Okay, don't think about anything. Let's go to the bar later. Maybe there will be a different kind of encounter at night." Chen Dong looked sideways at Hu Wei, and he was dressed according to his own requirements, wearing LV's new casual clothes, and the watch on his hand was a Rolex. After all, Patek Philippe was a bit exaggerated, and Hu Wei would never accept it. On the contrary, it was Chen Dong, wearing ordinary sportswear. The hook on the chest showed that the value of this dress should be around 500 yuan. However, Chen Dong's appearance and height are still much better than Hu Wei's. In addition, he has been reborn with huge wealth in his hands, and his confident and indifferent temperament is far beyond the comparison of Hu Wei. 2 luxury cars parked in front of the bar, and many people immediately cast envious glances. There are many luxury cars parked nearby, but they are basically entry-level supercars, and there are relatively few cars that cost more than 2 million. The Big G was okay, but the Rolls-Royce Cullinan following behind did attract a lot of people's attention. Chen Dong and Hu Wei got off the Big G and looked at the few beauties fishing outside without blinking at the Rolls-Royce following them. Chen Dong suddenly felt that they were in the wrong car. But after taking a look at the looks of those women, I instantly lost the feeling of regret. She has a pretty good figure, showing what should be exposed and what should not be exposed, just a small amount. It's just the powder on my face, it's really Nima and thick. Chen Dong had no doubt that a kiss would probably make him spit out white noodles. Chen Dong turned on the scan for the opposite S*X and casually scanned it. The one with the highest appearance score was only 78, which was considered a beauty. However, the purity had already reached double digits. Chen Dong instantly felt a little off-putting. A beauty with a score of 70 or above is considered a beauty in the eyes of ordinary people. A girl with a score of 80 or above can almost become the belle of the class or department during her student days. As for those with a score of 90 or above, they are definitely beauties at the level of college beauties and school beauties. The system has reminded Chen Dong not to have a relationship with a beauty with a score below 80, as it will affect the effect of the buff. But even if the system didn't remind him, Chen Dong wouldn't be so picky about food. After all, he has two top beauties, Xia Shuaihan and Su Euro, so how can ordinary vulgar fans catch his eye? As soon as the two approached, 3 or 4 girls surrounded them. The division of labor was very clear. 2 were to seduce Hu Wei, and the other 2 were to seduce Chen Dong. Handsome guy, let's play together. It looked like he was a veteran who often hangs out in bars. Hu Wei had never seen such a posture before, and his old face turned red instantly. This woman must be too enthusiastic. Away, if you really want to take someone out to spend the night, you must remember to hold an umbrella. Don't be infected with anything unclean. Yeah, I know. Chen Dong was lukewarm, rejected the 2 enthusiastic beauties, and strode inside. Hu Wei quickly followed. Walking through the long and narrow passage filled with star-like lights, and then turning a corner, you can hear the restless sound. The dynamic DJ was reverberating, and the bar was very large, with a floor height of at least 6 or 7 meters. Chen Dong looked around and saw a circular stage in the middle of the hall on the first floor, on which many young boys and girls were twisting to the dynamic music. With the circular stage as the center, many seats extended around, and many tables were already occupied. It was full of people. Only a small half of the space on the second floor is used, as if a platform extends out. Chen Dong's main goal here today is to find Lin Yichu, and he is not sure whether he can meet her today. But now her team of internet experts is indeed what Chen Dong urgently needs. Whether it is food delivery, online ride-hailing platforms or security companies, they all need computer experts. At present, the internet industry is in a period of explosive development. One step is slow, and the other is slow. Although Chen Dong doesn't want to have a monopoly, he at least wants to get a piece of the pie, and a big piece at that. Chapter 92. Lin Yichu. Because he had his own unique goal, Chen Dong did not go to the second floor, which was a high-consumption area with a minimum consumption of 28,888. Lin Yichu should not be in that area. Chen Dong and Chen Dong each ordered a cocktail and wandered around the lobby on the first floor. Away, just take the initiative when you see a target you are interested in. If you need anything, call me. Okay, I'll go sit over there. Hu Wei followed what Chen Dong said before, found a corner to sit down, put the Rolls-Royce car keys on the table, and gently placed the keys on the table while wearing a Rolex watch. Knocking, looking at the men and women in the bar shaking their heads. Chen Dong slowly looked for his target. There were so many people here, finding one person was like looking for a needle in a haystack. Chen Dong is not in a hurry. If he can't find it today, he will contact the boss behind the bar tomorrow and pay him to help pay attention. As long as the money is available, it should be quite easy to find someone. After searching for half an hour, Chen Dong was about to give up when he finally saw that familiar figure. In a dimly lit corner, a beautiful woman sat there quietly, tasting her own wine and feeling her loneliness. Wearing a light yellow top with a white skirt underneath, her black hair is like a waterfall, looking beautiful and aloof in the dim light. From time to time, a man would come forward to strike up a conversation. If he wanted to win the favor of this beautiful woman, it would be best to kiss her and spend a wonderful night. But without exception, they all failed. Chen Dong pondered for a while, shook the wine glass in his hand and approached Lin Yichu to sit opposite her. You are not welcome here. Go away quickly and don't ask for trouble. Lin Yichu didn't even raise his head, showing an expression of disgust, and his tone was very cold. She's still a little pepper, but it doesn't matter. Chen Dong doesn't want to fall in love with her, he just wants her to do his work. Something on your mind? Chen Dong remained unmoved and said to himself. That's right, there are only 2 types of people who come to the bar. One is too empty and wants to have fun, and the other is someone who has something on their mind and comes to relieve their depression. It seems that beautiful women belong to the second type. Lin Yichu raised his head and looked at Chen Dong. This is a handsome face. Lin Yichu is even so stunning, especially Chen Dong's sunny and confident smile. It is like a wisp of spring breeze blowing gently, making people feel at ease inexplicably, and can't help but want to go get close to him. Then which one do you belong to? You came here to have fun, maybe you found the wrong person? Lin Yichu rarely communicated normally with Chen Dong. Chen Dong smiled and said, as long as he could speak normally, it would be fine if he didn't look like he was keeping away from strangers, which meant he had a chance. It doesn't matter who I am, what's important is you, the beauty. Chen Dong pointed at Lin Yichu. Let me make a bold guess. If a girl is so beautiful, there must be as many suitors as there are Christian carp crossing the river. If she is just empty and lonely, she will not come to the bar. Even if she comes, she will not refuse those who come smelling the fragrance. Chatterer. So, you must have something on your mind. Lin Yichu smiled. No beautiful woman wouldn't like others to praise her for her beauty, especially a person of the opposite S*X who is so handsome. Then let me boldly analyze it again. The unhappiness in people's hearts can be roughly divided into two types, career and feelings. As young and beautiful as she is, she probably hasn't reached the bottleneck of her career yet, so it should be an emotional issue. Human emotions are generally divided into family affection, friendship, and love. Chen Dong took a sip of the wine in his glass and looked at Lin Yichu's big eyes, who had a look on his face that said, go on. Keep talking, I'm listening. Lin Yichu frowned when Chen Dong didn't speak for a long time. Then I will make another guess. First of all, exclude love. A beautiful and independent girl like this girl should not be trapped by love, so she should focus on family and friendship. First, let's talk about family affection, that is, the relationship with parents. The two extremes are that the family is poor and the misfortune of the native family brings tension to the relationship, but judging from the beauty's clothes and behavior, it should not exist. The other extreme is that the parents are extremely rich, busy with their careers, and take care of their children impeccably, which leads to relationships. You are nervous, especially when you ask your children to accept your own arrangements, but I think you should not fall into this category. Why? Lin Yichu was completely intrigued by Chen Dong. He felt that what the man in front of him said was very interesting. He felt like there was a little monkey scratching in his heart, eager to know how Chen Dong analyzed it. Because of such a tense family relationship, most children are very rebellious, but you are gentle and dignified. Although you are a bit aloof, everything is within the normal range. To sum up, you should be trapped by friendship. Lin Yichu's eyes shone with a strange light, like little stars in the night sky blinking a few times, smiling, like a snow lotus blooming on the top of an iceberg. Let me meet you, my name is Lin Yichu. Lin Yichu stretched out his right hand, and Chen Dong naturally didn't show any pretense. Chen Dong. The little hands are a little cool, but very soft. At this point, Chen Dong knew that he had succeeded more than half of the time, and the rest could only be done according to fate. I don't know what kind of difficulties Miss Lin's friend has encountered. Maybe I can help. I don't know. You can't help. Lin Yichu shook his head. It's hard to say. In fact, I am a billionaire. I always believe that most of the difficulties in the world can be solved with money. If it cannot be solved, there is a high probability that the money will be insufficient. Pfft. Lin Yichu smiled sweetly, then I am the richest woman in the world. Why don't you believe it when you tell the truth? Chen Dong spread his hands. I'm not lying to you, why don't I show you my bank card text message? Forget it, I won't read such private matters. Lin Yichu gently pulled back her hair, revealing her crystal-clear earlobes, and wore pearl-style earrings to make her ears more moist and plump. How about I go to the booth upstairs to experience it? I heard that the minimum purchase there is more than 20,000 yuan, but I haven't gone up to check it out yet. No problem, it's my first time here, order the big dragon and enjoy it. Chen Dong stood up and made a gesture of invitation, and Lin Yichu walked generously to the stairs on the second floor. Bar staff are on duty at the stairwell on the second floor, and no one is allowed to go upstairs at will. When Chen Dong came over, a waiter asked enthusiastically with a smile on his face. Do you two need to go to the booth on the second floor? Well, go up and sit. Sir, the decks on the second floor are divided into 3 levels. The minimum consumption for the lowest deck is 20,000 yuan. Sir, do you want to go up? Routine inquiries are part of his job, and his attitude is quite good. Well, let's go to the best booth. Sir, the minimum consumption for the booths in Area 1 is 50,000 yuan. The waiter reminded in a low voice and swallowed. Although the business of Xinfiang Bar has always been good, customers do not come to the booths in Area 1 every day. It's okay, just lead the way. Chapter 93. Drinking and Talking. Chen Dong waved his hands indifferently, his expression already a little impatient. Don't he look like a rich man that much? It seems that I have to get something to wear that shows off the aura of a wealthy person, so as not to have people doubt my strength even if I go out for a drink. Okay, please come with me, both of you. The waiter smiled sheepishly and quickly guided the two of them upstairs. There are a lot less people on the second floor. Half of the booths are empty, especially in the first area. No one has taken a seat yet. The booth in the first area is very large, with two semicircular leather sofas, and the passage extends out to connect to a small stage. What's your name, sir? My name is Chen Dong. Okay, Mr. Chen, what do you need? Here comes a big dragon. Chen Dong said casually, then looked at Lin Yichu. Do you need anything? Lin Yichu stuck out his tongue, but he didn't expect that Chen Dong would actually say that the Great Divine Dragon was really the Great Divine Dragon. We both can't finish the drink from the Great Dragon, so we need more. Lin Yichu smiled and shook his head. Then let's have some more snacks, just watch them. Chen Dong thought about it. 6 bottles of Ace of Spades were still 750 milliliters. It was estimated that the two of them could only drink 1 or 2 bottles. But it doesn't matter, you can save the wine, and you will definitely come back in the future. After all, Chen Dong has the idea to buy this bar. Although I was rich, I would not use this wine to wash my hands and hair. Not to mention the waste, it was still sticky. The daily turnover of the 4 Xinfiang bars is definitely more than that of the 3 Changchun international hotels. Of course, its expenses are also staggering, such as service personnel, various ladies, security forces, etc., and the wages of workers are also extremely exaggerated. The dynamic DJ became restless, and the speakers in the bar began to shout, "Congratulations to Mr. Chen from the booth in the first area for opening the big dragon. Wow, someone ordered the great dragon. Where did the rich man come from? I also want to go up there and have a look, but it's a pity that I'm not allowed to go. It's been 3 or 4 days since anyone ordered the big Shenlong. I wonder which family this young Master Chen is from." Hu Wei was sitting in the corner chatting with a beautiful young lady at this time. Hearing the shouts from the stereo, he couldn't help but murmur in his heart. Master Chen? It can't be Dongzi, right? No, he is not a pushy person. A row of young ladies in cool clothes held signs, followed by wine, and walked around the first floor of the bar with swaying steps. Then they walked up the stairs, came to Chen Dong's booth, and put down the wine one by one. They all looked at Chen Dong with burning eyes, hoping to hear him say, "Let's have a drink together," but unfortunately, they were destined to be disappointed. "Mr. Chen, would you like to open a bottle for you?" The waiter who came to serve Chen Dong asked respectfully. After all, many people who like to drink glasses would not drink after ordering wine. Well, just open a bottle, drink it and then continue opening it. Okay. The waiter opened the wine, poured a glass for each of Chen Dong and Lin Yichu, set the table, and then retreated to the edge of the booth area. "Come, Miss Lin, let's celebrate our meeting." Chen Dong raised his glass, and Lin Yichu also picked up his glass and clinked glasses with Chen Dong. The two of them raised their heads and drank 2 cups in one gulp. Chen Dong frowned slightly. A faint fruity aroma filled the air. It was just a slightly strange wine. It didn't taste that good. It wasn't as good as Qingdao beer. These crooked country guys not only have dark hearts, but also have many tricks to make money. What kind of thing is this? It's so expensive. It's all due to speculation. Lin Yichu also smacked his tongue. The drink was not as good as expected, but he got along with it, mainly because the wine was so famous that it became the most expensive and luxurious set menu in the bar. Although the taste is average, the wine has been ordered and cannot be wasted. Chen Dong refilled the drink and looked at Lin Yichu, who was sitting next to him. His face was slightly flushed, and there was a hint of beauty in his coldness. "Do you think it's not as delicious as you imagined?" Chen Dong picked up another glass of wine. "Well, is this really your first time drinking the Ace of Spades?" Lin Yichu and Chen Dong had another drink, very curious. Looking at the way Chen Dong spends money without hesitation, he doesn't look like a second generation who has never drank this kind of wine. "This is my first time in a bar. If I had known there was a beauty like you in the bar, I should have come earlier." Chen Dong looked at Lin Yichu sincerely. Meeting Chen Dong's gaze, Lin Yichu felt his heart tremble, his pretty face turned red, and he quickly turned his head away, not daring to look at him. "Can you tell me about your difficulties now?" After a few glasses of wine, both of their faces turned a little red, and Chen Dong asked again. This was the main purpose of his coming here today. It was not just a matter of drinking a few glasses of wine with a beautiful woman. He had to make her agree to work for him. Then, he had to help her find a few other people. 4 of my friends are being hunted by a powerful force, and I can't help them. Lin Chu's eyes were blurred, as if he thought of something painful, and he shook his head. I shouldn't be so willful. Why do I have to provoke them? Pursuit? No way. We are in a society governed by law now. What kind of force dares to kill people at will? Chen Dong looked surprised, saying that he had no knowledge at all. The CIA of the United States. Chen Dong took a breath, his acting skills were perfected, and he swallowed with a look of disbelief on his face. What, are you scared? What's there to be afraid of? At worst, if we don't go abroad in the future, will they still dare to mess around in the Dragon Kingdom? That's what I said, but 4 of my friends are still in the Middle East. Lin Chu held his chin with his left hand, looked into the distance, and muttered. Just because the CIA doesn't dare to bring guns and weapons into the Dragon Country doesn't mean they don't dare to send killers. Lin Chu smiled sweetly at Chen Dong, like a peony showing its shyness. You are so close to me, aren't you afraid of being targeted by killers sent by the United States? There is nothing to be afraid of. As long as you are not afraid, I will have no problem going to your house tonight. Okay, after you finish drinking this wine, you can take me home. No problem. Chen Dong smiled, picked up the cup, and continued drinking with this beautiful woman. Chen Dong, can you really help me bring my 4 brothers back? Lin Chu seemed to be almost drunk. The wine tasted like fruit wine, but it still had a lot of stamina. I'm not sure about this yet. I'll go and ask for help tomorrow. Chen Dong is rich, but in the Middle East, he is really blind. Especially when I think about it, Lao Mi sent 2 aircraft carrier formations there some time ago. Who knows where they will be wandering around now? In this era, the US aircraft carrier possesses absolute deterrence. As soon as the F-35 takes off, all small countries will tremble. Then let me thank you first. Lin Chu looked like he was almost drunk. Chen Dong waved and called the waiter. Save the remaining wine for me and drink it next time you come over. Okay, Mr. Chen. Where do you live? I'll take you back. Chen Dong supported Lin Chu's delicate body and walked out. He smelled the faint fragrance and felt in a trance. Chapter 94. Gentlemen. I don't have a fixed place of residence, and I'm afraid they will find me. Lin Chu walked a little unsteadily, but her thinking seemed to be relatively clear. She nestled in Chen Dong's arms. Take me to your home, or go to a hotel and book a room. Is it so exciting? We just met for the first time? Chen helplessly shook his head. Does he look like Lu Xiaohui so much? Helping Lin Chu get on the big G, the driver Xiao Lu didn't look sideways and didn't care at all that Chen Dong came out with a woman. Go to Chongjun International on Qingzhong Road. Lin Chu leaned gently against Chen Dong, holding Chen Dong's arms with both hands, feeling an amazing softness coming from his arms. Xiao Chu, aren't you drunk? Chen Dong rubbed her hair. I'm not drunk, I'm just a little dizzy. I shouldn't have drank so much with you. Lin Chu sat up, his lips were so pretty. Call me Xiao Chu? Are you older than me, little brother? I'm not young, you can call me big brother. Chen Dong pinched his nose. Lin Chu was 25 years old, which was a little older than him. Female junior, holding gold bricks, this is just right. Chen Dong helped Lin Chu out of the car and walked into the hotel. Where is this? It looks so high-end. Lin Chu's eyes were blurred, and his whole body was nestled in Chen Dong's arms. I'm really impressed by you. I thought you had a good capacity for drinking. You drank so much even if you couldn't. Fortunately, Chen Dong has been exercising recently and his physical fitness is not bad. Even so, in this season, he is sweating even if he supports a large living person weighing about 100 kilograms for 2 steps outside. Scumbag. The hotel receptionist cursed in his heart when he saw Chen Dong supporting a drunken beautiful girl to check into the hotel. Such a beautiful face was lost in vain. It's really a man with a beast's heart. Chen Dong naturally didn't know what the young lady at the front desk was thinking. After completing the check-in procedures, he took the room card of the suite and entered the room under the warm guidance of the young lady. Sure enough, men become bad when they have money. Even a handsome guy who looks so decent can do such dirty things. Ever since Chen Dong bought Chongjun International, he required the hotel's services to be further differentiated. He got a junior suite, which cost 20,000 yuan a night, and the waiter's attitude was naturally excellent. Just watching Chen Dong enter the room and close the door, her face fell instantly. I jogged downstairs and started gossiping with the front desk. I didn't realize that you are quite heavy. Chen Dong directly put Lin Yichu on the bed and took a long breath. Fortunately, the temperature in the room was not very high, so he quickly turned on the air conditioner. Water, I want to drink water. Lin Yichu turned over and lay on the bed in a big shape. Chen Dong shook his head helplessly, found a bottle of mineral water and opened it. After thinking about it, he sat on the edge of the bed and helped Lin Yichu up. After drinking half a bottle of water, Lin Yichu stood up in a daze. I need to pee. Where is the bathroom? Yes, miss, I will help you. Chen Dong pinched his nose. Since you are a talent recommended by the system, I will reluctantly serve you for one night. You will have to help me make money in the future. After closing the bathroom door, Chen Dong leaned outside the door, listening to the sound of water flowing inside, feeling embarrassed. Do you want a shower? Chen Dong gently put Lin Yichu on the bed. Her face was flushed with a slight smile. I want you to hold me to sleep. Chen Dong still acted like a gentleman for once, taking off Lin Yichu's shoes and covering him with a quilt. I simply took a shower and slept in the next room. Chen Dong would not bother to do something like this with a drunk woman. Besides, he was not so horny that he wanted to have S**x with a beautiful woman whenever he saw her. After a night of silence, Chen Dong fell into a good and sweet sleep under the anesthesia of alcohol. The early morning sunlight crept into the room, and Lin Yichu yawned and slowly opened his eyes. What came into view was a strange room. An excited man sat up from the bed and breathed a sigh of relief when he saw that his clothes were still intact. Everything that happened in the bar yesterday slowly emerged in my mind, and a touch of pink instantly appeared on her pretty face, and a seductive arc was outlined at the corner of her mouth. What an interesting brother. He quickly got up and rushed into the bathroom to take a shower. Did you sleep well? Chen Dong sat on the sofa and looked at Lin Yichu after taking a bath, with a blush on his face, like a hibiscus in water, looking charming. Well, thank you for what happened yesterday. Lin Yichu was shy for a moment, which was very different from the cold demeanor he had in the bar last night. Which one do you mean? Buy you a drink, or send you to the hotel? Everything is done, okay. Is it enough to just say thank you? Why, do you still want me to pledge myself to you? Chen Dong almost spit out the water in his mouth. Women who have been in the United States speak boldly. Fortunately, the doorbell rang at this time, and Chen Dong quickly got up and opened the door. Boss, I didn't know you were coming to stay. Please forgive me for the poor service provided by the hotel staff last night. General Manager Zheng Kai was actually standing outside the door, accompanied by a beautiful waiter, pushing a dining cart with the hotel's exquisite breakfast on it. Manager Zhang? Chen Dong smiled. He was very well informed. He came to the door so quickly. I'll call you if anything happens, just go about your business. He went out to book a room with a young beauty. Although he did nothing, his senior executive stood at the door of the room. Chen Dong felt unhappy and felt that his privacy had been violated. Zheng Kai didn't feel the dissatisfaction hidden under Chen Dong's smile at all, and still stood aside with a smile. Boss, this is the breakfast I have arranged for you to prepare carefully. It is rich in variety and nutritionally balanced. I hope you enjoy your meal. Well, let's push the things in and let people get out. The waiter pushed the breakfast and placed it in the living room. Although Zheng Kai did not follow him, he still looked in with his eyes. Making eye contact with Lin Yichu, Zheng Kai showed what he thought was a kind smile before turning and leaving. As expected, which young man doesn't like beautiful women? Zheng Kai showed a proud smile on his lips, with a sinister look in his eyes. Fortunately, there are a lot of beautiful girls in the hotel. Let's arrange a few more young and beautiful personal butlers for him. As long as I can make him happy, I can continue to have the power. After all, I have the final say in this hotel. That person called you boss just now, what's going on? Lin Yichu stuffed his mouth with delicate pastries and didn't forget to ask Chen Dong a question. Eat your breakfast, there are so many delicious things that you can't stop your mouth. Humph, if you don't tell me, don't tell me. I'll find out when I go back and hack into the hotel system. Lin Yichu raised his head proudly and said nonchalantly. Chen Dong. Is this the capital of a top network expert? He will invade other people's systems if he disagrees. Can you please stop doing such immoral things? Don't worry, I won't hack the hotel's network. I'm just looking for your information. Don't be nervous. I've convinced you, can't I tell you? Chen Dong drank the milk in his hand, but the taste was not as good as Su Yuro's fresh milk. This hotel belongs to me, so of course he has to call me boss. Chapter 95. Improving the company. Does the hotel belong to him? Lin Yichu looked at the calm and confident young man in front of him and froze in place, forgetting to chew the pastries in his mouth. I exchanged contact information with Chen Dong in a daze, took a taxi on the side of the road, and was still thinking about everything that happened from last night to now. Can he really help me rescue the four of them? Chen Dong looked at the 4 photos and names in Penguin, Xia Yuanming, Lin Nan, Xia Kuan, and Nie Jiqiang. Among them, Lin Nan is Lin Yichu's cousin. Although they are separated by several generations, they are still somewhat related by blood. Turning around and returning to the hotel lobby, Zhang Kai greeted him with a flattering smile on his face. Boss, our hotel has several personal butlers with very good professional skills. Do you need us to arrange for 1 or 2 to be your personal butlers? I will contact you if necessary. Manager Zhang, let me remind you that you should do your job first and don't spend too much time worrying about my private life. Chen Dong glanced at the middle-aged man coldly and no longer wanted to waste any more words with him. This is a man who specializes in people's work. People's work is important, but Chen Dong doesn't like his subordinates who only do people's work and don't do real things. Let's wait until early September to see the hotel's performance. If the hotel's management is cleaned up so early, it feels a bit like trying to kill the donkey, and it also implies distrust of the Xiao family. But after a month, if you have evidence in hand, you can proceed with confidence and boldness. Zhang Kai looked at Chen Dong's back with a gloomy expression on his face. He didn't know what he was thinking. When he went upstairs to his office and saw the sweet smiles on the faces of the sisters and secretaries, Chen Dong finally felt a lot better. Boss, do you still want to have tea? Zhao Yanru smiled as brightly as a flower. Well, green tea, make tea Guanyin. There are many varieties of tea and coffee in the office, and the quality is still very high. Yan Ran, ask Sister Weining to come to my office. Okay boss. Boss, you came very early today. When Su Weining heard that Chen Dong was looking for her, she quickly put down her work and came over. Ahem, it makes it seem like I don't go to work often. Chen Dong laughed at himself without embarrassment. Sister Weining, what would you like to drink? Coffee bar, refresh yourself. Zhao Yanru hurriedly ran to make coffee for Su Weining. The two of them were sitting on the sofa. Su Weining looked at Chen Dong with eyes full of affection, revealing her unabashed love. Sister Weining, as I said before, has the acquisition of Bitcoin and Biladidi started? It's harder to buy than Lady stock. This company's rising momentum is very strong. I specially asked 2 traders to rush to buy it. So far, they have only bought more than 1 million. However, fortunately, we contacted several small shareholders and spent a lot of money to acquire 5% of the shares. Now we are considered one of the shareholders of BAED. I just wanted to tell you today that if it exceeds 5 percentage points, we have to raise a sign tomorrow. Then let's announce it normally. Anyway, we won't interfere with their normal operations. As long as there are dividends. 5 percentage points is quite a lot, and Chen Dong is quite satisfied. Coupled with 80% of ZZ's shares and the full share of UU Live, with these 3 giants, his daily turnover is about to see a huge increase. Although the current revenue of characters is still relatively low, as long as he keeps it in his pocket and makes subsequent development plans, I believe that with Zhang Timing's vision, characters can take off quickly. As for Bitcoin, I am still looking up information and looking for people to inquire about it. I believe I will gain something soon. Well, don't rush this matter, just buy it slowly. Don't buy too much, just get tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of coins. Chen Dong is not greedy. After all, this is a strange thing that will rise to 70,000 meters apiece in more than 10 years, but now it is only about 10 meters. In addition, Zhang Taiming from Z and Li Ling from Yuyu both want to meet the boss and say they want to sign an agreement with you in person. Okay, arrange a time for them to come to Jinghai as soon as possible and sign the agreement to avoid long nights and dreams. Chen Dong was eager to finalize the matter quickly and avoid being intercepted. Sister Weining, after Dongshang Network is registered, we will merge several companies into Dongshang Group and manage them uniformly. I will be the president of the group, and you will be the vice president of the group and president of the investment company. Shangyuan Real Estate will be renamed Dongshang Real Estate, Chongjun International Hotel will be renamed Dongshang International Hotel, and Kengal Supermarket will be renamed Dongshang Supermarket. Then I contacted a neutral financial audit agency. I plan to review the financial affairs of all the companies under the group next month, and then return the financial power to the group and adopt unified financial management and auditing. Su Weining quickly wrote it down. In fact, she had had this idea for a long time, but the company had just started and many people were short of manpower. After this period of recruitment, all types of talents were finally found. Boss, what will happen to ZZ and Yu when the time comes? Send a financial officer over there, who will be mainly responsible for supervising the work. We will review their finances once a week and once a month. Chen Dong pinched his nose, he was still a trustworthy person. Sister Weining, regarding the Human Resources Department and the Finance Department, do you have suitable people in charge here? Personnel transfer, recruitment, and financial management are two very core departments of a group. These two departments must be left in the hands of people you can trust. I have a classmate who used to be the financial director of a branch of a large company in the United States. I think she is more reliable. She also returned to China some time ago. I think I can call her to give her a try. Regarding personnel matters, I think the Chao Xianfeng currently used by our investment company is actually pretty good. His ability cannot be said to be particularly outstanding, but he can definitely be used. Okay, let's make this decision for the time being. First, find your classmate. I know him. If there is no problem, I will arrange to join you immediately. First, get familiar with the financial situation of the investment company. Okay, boss. Su Weining glanced at Chen Dong affectionately and reluctantly got up to work. She felt happiest and most relaxed when she was alone with Chen Dong, but she understood better, only if she did her job well and could become the unique and irreplaceable person in Chen Dong's heart, could she hope to stay with this man forever. Around. Chen Dong looked at Su Weining's beautiful back and couldn't understand the affection in her eyes. But Chen Dong is a principled scumbag, he can't be too proactive, otherwise he will fall behind. Especially this kind of office romance, Chen Dong has scruples in his heart. If word spreads throughout the company that several beauties in the company are the girlfriends of the boss, it will be detrimental to the maintenance of one's own image, and it will easily make the beauties jealous and affect the company's operations. It would be even worse if there were a few more scheming in the middle. When you are not sure that they can get along peacefully, you should try to exercise restraint. Of course, if the other party is really passionate and pounces on you desperately, it may not be unacceptable. Chapter 96. Financial Director. Chen Dong sat in front of the computer and carefully wrote the development plan of Dongsheng Group. The future is a world of high technology, with the internet, high-end manufacturing, and service industries supporting most of the economy. But equally, industries involving ordinary people are still indispensable: food, clothing, housing, and transportation. No one can do without it. High-end manufacturing is Chen Dong's obsession, but it is too expensive. He still needs a company with a huge turnover to support it. But it doesn't matter, you can take your time, start with the assembly plant, and gradually accumulate technology. At noon, I had a simple meal with Su Weining and returned to the office again. Sister Weining, how do you solve the problem of feeding the company's employees now? Now Chen Dong focuses most of his energy on the development of the group. Only when the company can bring in a lot of money can he enjoy a good life. Now that you have done it, try to do it better. The current option is to provide meal subsidy. The company manages lunch and dinner. Each meal subsidy is 15 yuan. It is calculated based on punch-in and is calculated uniformly at the end of the month. Chen Dong nodded. This is a better way at present, but as the number of office workers in his group company increases, it may still be necessary to build a canteen. Sister Weining, take out the 46th floor and transform it into a canteen, and set up the area. Chinese food, Western food, pastries, and a small supermarket are all set up. The prices will be based on cost or 1 or 2 cents more than the cost. Only for companies. Open to internal staff. Okay boss, finish the decoration first, and then start business when our company has more people. Well, it's a bit urgent to open the business now, so let's make some plans first. Fires are not allowed in ordinary office buildings, but this one is different. It belongs entirely to Chen Dong, and underneath is a hotel with catering services. Take a break at noon and the time will soon come to the afternoon. Su Weining came to Chen Dong's office with a beautiful girl, and Chen Dong's eyes lit up. This girl's appearance is as good as Su Weining's. She is extremely beautiful. Although she is only about 1.6 meters tall and slightly petite, she is very attractive and has good proportions. Turn on the opposite S**X scan. Name, Fong Shiyan. Age, 26 years old. Appearance, 91. Body, 90. Purity, 1 to 178, winky face. Intimacy, 61. Boss, this is my classmate who studied abroad in the United States. Her name is Fong Shiyan. She came back from the United States with her husband at the beginning of the year. Please take a seat. Chen Dong greeted the two of them warmly, and Zhao Yenru poured tea as enthusiastically as ever. Hello, Mr. Chen, my name is Fong Shiyan. I am from Xi Province. I am currently preparing for long-term development in Jinghai. Fong Shiyan smiled, with a hint of spring between her eyebrows. She was a charming woman. I was a financial director in the United States before. I heard from Weining that there was an opportunity here, so I wanted to come over and give it a try. I hope Mr. Chen can accept me. Haha, Dongsheng Group welcomes you. Chen Dong stretched out his right hand and shook it gently with Fong Shiyan. I believe in Sister Weining's vision and your ability. I hope that the company can make progress together with everyone's efforts. I wonder what Sister Shiyan's expectations are regarding salary. I'm satisfied if it's basically on par with the industry's standards. That's too little. Chen Dong raised his eyebrows. Nowadays, the annual salary of the financial director of a large company should be around 300,000 to 400,000, and that of a small company is even less. Chen Dong completely forgot about his previous self. When he just graduated, his salary could only be just over 4,000 a month. Let's do this. I'll give you an annual salary of 600,000 yuan first. Performance and rewards will be calculated separately. I hope you won't find it too low. The corners of Su Weining's mouth raised slightly, and she looked at Chen Dong with more affection when she came for the interview. Chen Dong directly offered her an annual salary of 2 million. So far, including bonuses, she has received 100 more than 10,000. Comparing the two, it is obvious who has a higher status in Chen Dong's mind. The already restless heart felt like a stone dropped on the calm water, causing ripples. Then thank you, Mr. Chen. Fong Shiyan was very satisfied with the result. Of course, she didn't know how much Su Weining's salary was. If she found out, she might be a little disappointed. Welcome Sister Shiyan to join Dongsheng Group. The two shook hands gently again. Then please help Sister Weining take Sister Shiyan to go through the entry procedures. In addition, sort out the future financial management of the company and seize the time to recruit more people. The subsequent financial management will be a very big task. Heavy work. Thank you, Mr. Chen, for your affirmation. Fong Shiyan hesitated for a moment, as if she was hesitant to speak. Sister Shiyan, do you have any questions? Just ask. Mr. Chen, I heard Wanning say that our Dongsheng Group is planning to set up an internet company, right? Yes, the company is in the process of registration and should be approved soon. Chen Dong raised his eyebrows and asked expectantly, does Sister Shiyan have talents in this field to recommend to me? Looking at the present, when it comes to which country has the most developed network, the United States is the undisputed leader. In the next 10 years, the United States will maintain its leading position. I don't have any talent. I just want to ask. I don't know whether Mr. Chen plans to focus on network software or develop into hardware. Instead, Fong Shiyan asked Chen Dong a question. There are quite big differences between network, software, and hardware. Chen Dong pondered for a moment. He had never thought about this issue seriously before. He established an online company mainly to develop food delivery and online ride-hailing platforms. Many companies are already doing this. He needs to quickly open up the situation and occupy a certain market share. After all, this piece of cake is too tempting. As for hardware, Chen Dong's previous consideration was to wait until his group's turnover increased and the system's rewards were sufficient before considering it, and he also wanted to focus on chip research and development, which is the semiconductor industry, and is not the same as network hardware. Concept. When Fong Shiyan asked herself this question, she definitely didn't mean that she didn't have talents. It was just to determine with herself what kind of talents she needed so that she could recommend them to herself in a targeted manner. The main focus for the time being is on software. As for hardware, I don't know much about it. Does Sister Shiyan have any good ideas? If Mr. Chen wants to engage in hardware, I would like to recommend it to my husband. He was the chief engineer of computer hardware in the United States and has a unique understanding of hardware. Oh, a warm welcome. Chen Dong quickly extended an olive branch. Even Huawei and Xiaomi worked hard on computers after the mobile phones were made. Don't look at just buying parts from various manufacturers and assembling them. Which industry didn't start like this? Woolen cloth? Doing assembly first, then absorbing other people's advanced experience and summarizing feasible solutions is definitely a feasible way. Why don't you call us quickly and let's discuss it together? The relationship is good. I'll call him. He's downstairs. Feng Shiyan smiled sweetly. She couldn't drive, so her husband drove her here for the interview. Chapter 98. Encounter with Li Xiaoyu. Outside the ward, Chen Dong sent the 4 photos and names that Lin Yichu sent to him to Su Jun and Dao Feng. Blade, brother Jun, these 4 people are in the Middle East and are being hunted by the CIA in the United States. Do you know the mercenaries over there? Can you help me find a way to bring these 4 people back to the country? I know the deputy commander of the Green Eagle Corps over there, why don't you contact him? Blade blurted out. No, the Green Eagle Corps is a force supported by the United States. Contacting them to find someone is tantamount to sending food from a tiger's mouth. The best choice is the Blackwater Corps. This mercenary organization has little to deal with the United States and has a good relationship with the local government. As long as the money is in place, there is great hope. Su Jun pondered for a while, searching in his memory. Boss, I have a very good brother who went to Blackwater a few years ago. I will contact him immediately to see if I can connect with the Blackwater Legion. Okay, thank you for your hard work, brother Jun. Money is not an issue. I can pay 80% of the deposit in advance. As long as I can send the person back to the Dragon Country safely, I can say anything. Boss, I understand. As qualified bodyguards, the 2 people who had served in the special forces had a tacit understanding and did not ask Chen Dong what the origins of these 4 people were and why they were hunted down by the United States. What they need to do is to complete all the tasks assigned by Chen Dong. We still have an appointment in the evening, and we promised Xiao Han that we would go have some fun together today. First, I called Hu Wei and asked him about the results of yesterday's battle. Dongzi, stop talking, that girl is too enthusiastic and her waist is sore. Haha, it's okay to act for fun, but don't show true feelings to that kind of girl. I know this, so I gave her 10,000 yuan and sent her away. Chen Dong was stunned for a while, but he didn't realize that Hu Wei was also cheating. Why was the scumbag walking more smoothly than himself? It seems that I can write another book. I dumped my green tea ex-girlfriend and I become a groom every day. This script seems to be a bit out of the development track of the previous life. He hung up the phone and looked at the message Xiao Han sent to him, the heart-flying bar on Huqing Road. Isn't it a coincidence? I just went yesterday and I have to continue today. Driving my big Jeep towards my destination, I have been a bit busy these 2 days. It seems that I have left Xia Xuehan in the cold. I hope this girl won't be angry. Chen Dong is a scumbag, but he is not a ruthless person. He really likes Xia Xuehan and hopes that girl can always be happy. As for the fact that he has another woman, Chen Dong can only try to hide it as much as possible, hoping that she will not blame him in the future. At the door of Xin Fei Yang Bar, headed by Xiao Han, there were 2 young men beside him, wearing luxury brand clothes and gorgeous watches, both Patek Philippe styles. The 3 of them were surrounded by several beauties, who seemed to be the female companions they had brought with them. On the periphery, there were many beauties who thought they were pretty good-looking, leaning against the 3 men. Brother Xiao, is Brother Chen coming soon? The man who spoke was Wang Cheng, and the other man was Jiang Hui. They were both famous second-generation people in Jinghai. There are many big families in Jinghai Group, and the rich also have their own small circles. Influenced by the previous generation, these second generations also formed different small groups to further expand their own interests and confront other groups. Among the girls following Jiang Hui, a pretty girl wearing a red V-neck dress pouted her lips and asked dissatisfiedly. Young Master Jiang, who is this young master? He actually wants you to come out and wait in person. What a big deal. Shut up. Jiang Hui glared at her coldly. Li Xiaoyu, don't think that you are pretty enough to dance around in front of me. If you don't want to work in my company, just pack up and get out. Li Xiaoyu took 2 steps back. The other 2 beauties quickly stepped forward and squeezed Li Xiaoyu behind them, with flowery smiles on their faces. Master Jiang, don't be like her. She's just a girl who just came out of school. It's normal for her to not understand the rules. Don't get angry because of her. Li Xiaoyu's face suddenly turned pale. The company she joined was owned by Jiang Hui's family, and she was spotted by General Manager Jiang Hui by chance. As soon as I heard that I could attend a high-end party at Xinfiang Bar, I naturally happily agreed. But after arriving, I realized how easy it was for these rich young men to hook up with each other. Which one is not surrounded by warblers and swallows, fighting openly and secretly with each other, holding guns and sticks while talking, just trying to drive others away? Obviously, she was no match for the other 2. She was pushed to the outside as soon as she said a word. In the distance, the Mercedes-Benz G broke into everyone's field of vision. Xiao Han recognized this car. He cleared his throat and said, "Brother Chen is here." Everyone turned their attention to the slowly approaching Big G. The car parked in the parking space on the roadside, and Chen Dong walked out of the cab. Chen Dong. Li Xiaoyu opened her little cherry mouth into an O shape, almost able to stuff a small apple into her mouth. She clenched her fists tightly with both hands, her pretty face was uncertain, and her heart seemed to be struck by a huge thunder, surging with turbulent waves. Chen Dong turned out to be a hidden boss. The boss of his company and his eldest brother had to greet him personally at the door of the bar. Who is Chen Dong? Isn't he Hu Wei's assistant? Confusion, doubt, nervousness, uneasiness, all kinds of emotions came rushing to her. She felt that it was unreal. Is this still the warm boyfriend that Gu Feifei once had? Dongzi, this way. Xiao Han greeted enthusiastically. Brother Xiao, am I late? I'm so sorry. Haha, we came a little early. It's not yet 7 o'clock. It's not too late. Xiao Han stepped forward and gave Chen Dong a big hug, pointing at Wang Cheng and Jiang Hui to introduce Chen Dong. I would like to introduce you to two friends, Wang Cheng and Jiang Hui. They are both brothers who play well together. We can get together often in the future. Brother Wang, Brother Jiang. Chen Dong looked like the youngest one. Dongzi is really a talented person. Standing with you will put us under a lot of pressure. In fact, the three of them are not bad, but they are all in their 30s, and their bodies are not as tight as those of young men in their early 20s. Jiang Hui, in particular, has a slightly visible belly. He can't be said to be fat, but he has a slight tendency to put on weight. Okay, let's go in and talk. Stand at the door and don't block the boss's business. The four of them walked into the bar, and a group of beauties quickly followed. However, Li Xiaoyu lowered her head and was in a dilemma. She didn't know whether to follow them or run away. Hey, who brought this beauty? Li Xiaoyu wanted to run away, but she didn't know that Chen Dong had already discovered her existence. At this moment, he was pointing at Li Xiaoyu with great interest and asked. Oh, her name is Li Xiaoyu, she is a new employee of our company. Jiang Hui waved to Li Xiaoyu. Xiaoyu, come here and say hello to Mr. Chen. Chen, hello, Mr. Chen. Li Xiaoyu lowered her head, feeling very unnatural. She saw the other beauties gritting their teeth. It's useless for you to give you such a good opportunity. Mr. Chen, this Li Xiaoyu is ignorant. Don't be angry. I'll have 2 drinks with you later. A beautiful woman wearing a black V-neck dress came over. She had an oval face, light makeup, flaming red lips, and smelled of expensive perfume. Chapter 99. Xiao Han also ordered the Great Dragon. Chen Dong unconsciously turned on the opposite S**X scanning function. Name, Sun Yutong. Age, 24. Appearance, 87. Body, 92. Purity, 2 to 34. Intimacy, 72. A proper beauty of the academy. Although her appearance is listed as 87, this girl is very good at makeup and matching. Apply a little makeup and match it with suitable clothes to make your figure and appearance look very classy. Chen Dong took a rough look and found that his height should be around 17 centimeters. Those long, white and round legs could really kill someone. For a man who is a complete leg control type, Sun Yutong may be more attractive than most school beauties. By the way, Mr. Chen, I am a flight attendant for China Eastern Airlines. How about we add a contact information so that if Mr. Chen flies in the future, you can contact me in advance. Hiss, she's actually a stewardess. This profession is a bonus. For an old SP who has been exposed to news that has been constantly exposed in the future, such a top stewardess and driver with a talent of 2 is definitely synonymous with being clean and self-possessed. No problem, let's talk about it when we get up. Sun Yutong came here with Wang Cheng. As for his relationship with Wang Cheng, Chen Dong didn't care. It's definitely not his real girlfriend. At most, it's just a relatively high-quality beauty he met while having fun outside. Li Xiaoyu watched all this silently and gritted her teeth. She was green tea, but not stupid. From the current situation, Chen Dong is obviously the one with a very high status among this group of people. No matter how hard she thought about it, she still couldn't figure out how the former ordinary student with an average family background and only decent grades ended up hanging with such rich second generations. It would be even more nonsense to say that young Master Jiang and the others came here to accompany Chen Dong in acting. Isn't the young master's time precious? How could someone with no background be easily hired? With complicated feelings, Li Xiaoyu followed the others and walked in. This was her first time at the Xinfiang bar. Looking at the splendid decorations, high-end drinks and fruit plates, her silent heart began to become active again. If Chen Dong can have such a status, Hu Wei is definitely not bad either. The relationship between the two of them is so good. As long as Chen Dong is willing to talk to me, Hu Wei will definitely come back to me. Li Xiaoyu clenched her fists and squeezed her hands, getting slightly closer to Chen Dong. Xiao Han led everyone up to the second floor and ordered a booth in Area 1. Xiao Han and Chen Dong sat on one side of the table, while Wang Cheng and Jiang Hui sat across from each other. They all tacitly agreed to sit farther apart. The beauties who followed them hurriedly crowded around the four young men as if they were snatching jewelry. Those who moved a little slower were pushed to the edge, and two girls didn't even get a seat at all. Chen Dong took a casual look and saw that the two of them had a face value of 78. With makeup on, they looked like beauties among the crowd. But here, I didn't even get a chance to get close to the man. This society is so cruel. Rich people have scarce resources everywhere. Beauties will continue to emerge, but the number of real rich people is relatively stable, and rich people who are young, rich, and handsome are even more popular. Waiter, here comes the big dragon first. Xiao Han waved his hand heroically. Today is Xiao Han's home court. Chen Dong will not try to steal his limelight. There will be plenty of opportunities to taste the wine he has stored in the future. There is no need to show off his financial resources. Brother Xiao is so generous. I'm lucky today. I want to try the legendary dragon. Chen Dong gave him a rainbow fart and his insincere tone made Xiao Han slap him. You kid, the tycoon who just spent 1 billion to buy a hotel from me told me that he has all these things. His 1 billion. Like a thunderclap on the calm lake, everyone stared at Chen Dong with strange eyes, especially Li Xiaoyu and Sun Yutong. Li Xiaoyu's heart suddenly became confused. Chen Dong's financial resources are so exaggerated, how can Hu Wei compare with him? It is undeniable that Hu Wei is now considered a high-quality man, but compared with Chen Dong, he is instantly like a cloud. Sun Yutong's thoughts were even more direct. What woman wouldn't like such a handsome and wealthy man? As a first-class flight attendant, I have seen too many rich people, but this is the first time I have seen a handsome and young financial backer like Chen Dong. As for marrying Chen Dong, she has no such idea at all. Such a rich man will definitely find a woman with a similar family background to him, as long as she can stay with him for a while. Wang Cheng and Jiang Hui had heard before that a young rich man bought Chongjun International from the Xiao family for a total of 1 billion. Unexpectedly, it was Chen Dong in front of him. No wonder Xiao Han was so friendly to him. Brother Xiao, Dongzi, if you have any money-making business in the future, remember to take care of me. Jiang Hui was the first to come over. His family was not as wealthy as the Xiao family. Wang Cheng quickly followed and said that he also wanted to join the gang. Haha, these are all trivial matters. Let's play together when we have time and make money together. Xiao Han was very generous. The manic DJ started to play, and rows of young ladies holding signs started spinning in circles on the first floor of the bar. Congratulations to Mr. Xiao from the deck in Zone 1 for spending a set of the Great Dragon. Oh. Someone consumed the Great Dragon yesterday and again today. Are there so many rich people now? Do you think everyone is like you, and you feel heartbroken for a long time when you order a drink worth 3,000 yuan? When the stereo rang downstairs, Li Xiaoyu took out her mobile phone to check it. Sherry's little mouth suddenly opened like an O. This big dragon actually wanted 88,888 yuan. This is too scary. My monthly salary is just over 4,000, and I can't afford this set of wine even if I work together for a year. After secretly observing, except for a few beauties who came over and danced excitedly and took out their mobile phones to start taking pictures, the four young men remained motionless, with calm expressions on their faces as if they just ordered a cup of 8 yuan milk tea. Is this the gap between people? No wonder these beautiful women have to squeeze in without any dignity. They can show off for several days even if they take a photo back home. A team of sexy bunny girls brought the dragon suit over with cards and placed it on the table, along with some snacks. Here, let's get the drinks started. There were many people today, unlike yesterday when it was just Chen Dong and Lin Yichu. The waiter naturally did as he was told. Such a patron must serve him well, otherwise he may lose his job if he is not happy. Everyone raises a glass to today's reunion and happiness. Xiao Han took a drink first, and the atmosphere instantly became lively. Master Chen, my name is Sun Yutong. Nice to meet you. let me offer you a drink. Sun Yutong quickly picked up the wine glass and approached Chen Dong. She had taken advantage of the opportunity to sit on Chen Dong's left hand just now, and now her right hand was holding Chen Dong's left hand, like his girlfriend who was passionately in love. You are very beautiful. Chen Dong did not hesitate to praise him. The two clinked their glasses gently, and Chen Dong saw the heat in the other's eyes. It seems that you can have a wonderful night tonight, and with such a beautiful woman, you will not be bored. Chapter 100. I feel sick when I see you. Feeling the amazing softness on the arms, no wonder the body score is 92, there is indeed something. In addition to having long legs, pandas are also quite powerful. Li Xiaoyu, who was still 2 positions away from Chen Dong, looked at Sun Yutong with gritted teeth and kept cursing in her heart, it's so shameless. It's the first time you see Dongzi and you are so intimate. Have you not seen a man in 8 lifetimes? This beauty, keep my brother Chen company with you, and you will benefit from it in the future. Xiao Han grinned and felt very pleased when he saw Sun Yutong being so successful. Don't worry, Mr. Xiao. If Mr. Chen is not satisfied tonight, I won't have the face to play with everyone again. Sun Yutong smiled charmingly and continued to pick up the wine glass. Mr. Chen, you must be very busy at ordinary times. If you rarely come out to relax, you have to be happy. It's not that I'm very busy. I'm mainly busy looking for beauties. If I had a group of beauties like you accompanying me, I would definitely sleep and eat every day and live a beautiful life like an emperor. Chen Xiaozhen is humorous. Sun Yutong smiled softly and said, let's have a drink. Looking at Sun Yutong's expectant eyes, Chen Dong almost agreed, but Xia Shuahan's figure instantly appeared in his mind. Bah, I haven't had a drink with my fool yet, how can I leave it to you for the first time? Just clink glasses and forget about handing over glasses. That's okay. Sun Yutong didn't feel embarrassed at all. He always had a sweet smile on his face, and everything was based on Chen Dong's opinion. After a few glasses of wine, Sun Yutong's face was flushed, and her shy expression was indescribably alluring. Mr. Chen, let me dance for you. She was wearing an orange dress, with strands of snow white visible under the v-neck. The skirt reached to her knees, and with white stockings, she looked pure and lustful. Oh, you still have this talent? In this era, not many people can dance. But in a few years, all kinds of cram schools will become popular, and children will become very popular. When the post-00 generation grows up, versatile people can be seen everywhere. Dancing is not very professional, it is just a hobby, but I have often performed on stage since junior high school. Sun Yutong blinked her smart eyes, stood up and walked to the small stage behind the booth. Immediately, a waiter helped to play music, and the music upstairs and downstairs was instantly synchronized. It was a pop music from Bangzi country. Chen Dong frowned slightly. He had a really bad impression of Bangzi country, which was similar to Sakura country. If possible, he really wants to harvest all the wealth of these 2 countries. But having said that, the beauties from these 2 countries seem to be pretty good. Whether it is the movies of Sakura country or the entertainment culture of Bangzi country, they are remarkable. Along with the dynamic music, Sun Yutong danced like a beautiful elf, with her skirt swaying and her waist soft. With the slightest hint of wine, her blushing face exuded a charming aura. Inspired by her, several beauties joined in. No wonder those trainees in Bangzi country like to dance with girl groups and boy groups. Dancing by one person feels completely different from dancing with 5 or 6 people. 5 or 6 young and beautiful beauties showed off their beauty on the stage, with colorful clothes overlapping each other and colorful lights shining down, complementing each other and making it beautiful. Li Xiaoyu couldn't dance, but took the opportunity to sit next to Chen Dong with a wine glass. Dongzi, let me toast you. Li Xiaoyu blushed, full of hope, but also seemed a little reserved. When she was with Gu Feifei before, she didn't think highly of the man in front of her. There is no other reason than that the family conditions are too ordinary. If I had known that Chen Dong was a big tycoon, I should have taken action long ago. How could I have let him get along with Gu Feifei? Fortunately, I discovered this shocking secret in time and it was not too late to remedy the situation. Now I still have a chance. Looking at Li Xiaoyu, who was known as the 2 little golden flowers in the class along with Gu Feifei, Chen Dong couldn't help but feel funny. It's useless to give you a chance. Hu Wei liked the woman in front of him so much before, but how long have they been together? He was completely speechless by her. Facts have once again proved that Li Xiaoyu is not only good at tea art, but also extremely fond of vanity. Shoo! Let's watch the dancing first. Chen Dong put his index finger to his mouth and stared at the 5 or 6 beautiful young ladies on the stage dancing with youth without blinking. Li Xiaoyu's face was gloomy, she smiled awkwardly, and turned to look at the stage helplessly. It's a pity that I can't jump, otherwise I would have to twist up and down twice. Dongzi, when are you free? Let's go out and have fun for a few days. Li Xiaoyu did not give up and continued to send out sincere invitations. Just the two of us? Where's Ah Wei? Chen Dong knew clearly that the two of them had broken up, but he still pretended to be confused. Don't mention him, okay, Dongzi? Li Xiaoyu lowered his head shyly, looking pitiful. I was ignorant before and thought I liked Ah Wei, but after getting along with each other for this period of time, I found that the person I really like is you. Li Xiaoyu leaned against Chen Dong, holding Chen Dong's arm with both hands. Dongzi, can you let me be your girlfriend? Not good. Chen Dong took out his hand and looked at the green tea in front of him coldly. With this expression, Oscar owes you a statuette. Also, don't bother me in the future. I feel sick when I see you. Dongzi, Li Xiaoyu's face instantly turned pale, and his eyes gradually lost their luster. After all, she is just a graduate who has just walked out of campus. Although she is green tea, facing such a straightforward rejection, as a proud XXN, how can she accept it? Coincidentally, Chen Dong's phone rang. He took out his phone and saw that it was Su Jun calling. Could it be that there is feedback from the Ink Corps? Say hello to Xiao Han, take your mobile phone and find a secluded corner to connect the call. Boss, the leader of the Black Ink Legion agreed and said that he would need 1.5 million knives per person and 6 million knives for 4 people to send them to Jinghai. The advance payment is 60%, and the balance will be paid after the task is completed. If it fails, the advance payment will not be refunded. No problem, send me their bank card number and I'll arrange for someone to transfer the money now. Looking at the pictures in Penguin, Chen Dong quickly transferred the pictures to Liu Yuding, his exclusive customer service at ICBC. Then make a phone call and ask her to hurry up and arrange the transfer. The speed was very fast, it was done in less than 10 minutes, and the 4 million meter knife was transferred directly. Chen Dong saw the transfer record, forwarded the picture to Lin Yichu, and sent her a message. I contacted the mercenary group over there and promised to help me bring the 4 Lin Nan back to the country. The message was sent and the phone call came in immediately. Chen Dong, thank you. Lin Yichu's voice was a little choked, but the surrounding environment was very noisy, and familiar music was playing. Are you worried about Feiyang Bar again? Chen Dong asked tentatively. Well, where can we go if we don't come to the bar? Come up to the 2nd floor. It's the same location as yesterday, the booths in the first area. There are quite a lot of people today. After hanging up the phone, Lin Yichu looked up at the small stage on the 2nd floor, where a few beautiful girls had just finished dancing.